Alright, so here we're going to utilize a lot of the same materials. We're probably going to use actually a little bit less materials. It's going to be a little better use of space, and it's actually going to be potentially safer. And the reason is this is kind of the deconstructed version of the packing method that we're more used to. It consists of basically we're going to be placing the objects in the box and arranging them. Whether we're doing that literally or mentally, we're going to basically start with the objects in the box and build out from there. The good thing about that is we'll have visibility during the packing process, and we'll make it to where basically the whole process reverses. And to do that, we'll utilize the same materials just in a slightly different way. All right. As I mentioned, we used a high density, and we'll use probably smaller amounts of bubble because we'll need it less. But in this case, basically come in, put each piece in place with the bubble and with high density. So here, you can have tissue any number of places. Sometimes if you do have say a pot, you may have had it stabilized by some tissue coming down the move line or something like that. You can easily incorporate that into this if you want to. If you have round bottom things or things that are not stable before you even start the process, that'll help hold it in place. But now you can see this is like, wow, what's going on here? This doesn't look all beautiful. Except it is in the eyes of someone who's looking for function. And the reason why is that we can come in here and place our projections wherever we want to. This one's sticking out here, and I can take my tissue, instead of having to do a giant wad, you do a much more targeted wad on each side of this, inside the bubble, if I want to where when this folds up, that is basically preventing it from hitting this or this over here. And then that would be tabbed with a piece of tape. If you want to have them ready, either pre-numbered on the board or on the plank, or sometimes you can even use labels as your tab. All you want to do is to hold that contained. The other thing you can do is go ahead and do this fold as is, because you're going to be stuffing out around each of these as well. And use your newsprint, because ultimately that's the other thing. No matter what you do, you're going to use your newsprint or your heavier material to keep the pieces apart. So here's the teapot, and here is the spout. And I'm going to go ahead and get these others wrapped up, and then we'll show you exactly what's going on. All right, so we've got a little more done here just for the sake of illustration. And what you can see that we've done is that I'm stuffing out around these with picking key points. In this case, there's nothing here and there's nothing here, and that's because right there's the spout, right there's the handle. It is held out of the corner. It's held between these other pieces here. So, okay, here's the beauty of this. As I said, really is on the unpacking end, because we've already seen the amount of control where we can contact things. or not. But on the receiving end is where it's really valuable, because when you receive a big old wad of stuff, you can't know how to handle it safely. And in this case, they're going to just reverse the process, and they'll just, you know, carefully pull out little bits of stuffing, minimal impact on the pieces, and of course, you know, they just get in here and pull the tabs, peel things back, layer at a time, and they can see before they grab exactly what they're up against. They can see the surface, they can see where they may want to lift it, and it's just altogether a safer thing. It's can be faster, can be more efficient. The big thing is that it's difficult for people to learn how to do, because it's goes against the natural desire to be orderly and consistent. By nature, this has to be inconsistent, because you are reacting to the object and packing that way as a result. So this actually was called at one point, one of the people kind of dubbed it the mess pack system. Someone else objected to that, thinking that that is not exactly what we want to promote the aesthetics of, so they called it the blossom pack, because as you unpack it, it opens up and you can see exactly what you're dealing with. So there's a variation. If we're doing a big move with a lot of small fragile objects, this will be something we can examine using.